Hi, I'm Princess Emily. I know it's a scary time, but princesses are brave. Something we can all do right now is to wash our hands. We also want to avoid touching our face, eyes, and mouth. Another thing we can do while we're at home is to read. Reading is one of my favorite things to do. It's the perfect activity for a princess. I'm going to read you a story today about a little princess who is sometimes very naughty. It's called I Want a Bedtime Story. Every bedtime, the king told the little princess a story. But one night, he was away on royal business, so the queen told the little princess a story about a fairy queen. That's not as good as Daddy's story, said the little princess, and she wouldn't go to sleep. So the admiral told the little princess a story about the high seas and the giant fish who lived there. Do you like the admiral's costume? I like it. I think I'd want to wear it. That's not as good as Daddy's story, said the little princess, and she still wouldn't go to sleep. So then the general told the little princess a story about a great battle where everyone ran away. I think I'd like to hear that story. Doesn't it look cool? That's not as good as Daddy's story, said the little princess, and she still absolutely would not go to sleep. Do you ever not want to go to sleep? Sometimes I don't want to go to sleep either. So next, the cook told the little princess a story about a really naughty sandwich. Are you guys ever naughty when you're at home? That's not as good as Daddy's story, said the little princess, and she still absolutely positively would not go to sleep. The prime minister told a story about his big nose, and the gardener told one about a carrot that was afraid of the dark. Have you ever heard a story about a carrot who's afraid of the dark? But nobody could tell a story as well as the king. I want a bedtime story, cried the little princess. Everyone looked at the maid. She wants a story, they all cried. I don't know any stories, said the maid, but I do have an idea. Taking little princess by the hand, she led her downstairs, then down some more stairs. And down even more stairs, along a passage to a door-marked library. The maid flung open the door. Here you are, she cried, all the stories you need. The little princess blinked. These aren't stories, she said, they're books. The stories are in the books, said the maid, taking one off the nearest shelf. Look, you can read one for yourself. I can't read a whole book, said the little princess. You can read some of the little words, said the maid, and the pictures will help you to tell the story. The little princess grabbed a book. She liked the shiny cover. She liked the colorful pictures. She liked turning the pages and working out the secrets of the words. Soon she was running up and down the library shelves, taking this book, that book, then another book, until the maid was weighed down with a huge pile. Back in bed, the little princess sat surrounded by books. Her favorite one had belonged to her daddy when he was a little prince. It was all about bears. This is Daddy's story, the little princess cried in delight. She had heard it so many times, she knew exactly the secret words it said. She read it over and over again. Nighty-night, sleepy tight, time to turn off the lights, said the maid. Wait, said the little princess, when I finish Daddy's story, I want to read all these too. Click. Make sure to tune in for Princess Emily's story time.